Hello, this is Tuğba and this video is about semiconductor memories. Here you see the general view for classification of semiconductor memories. Volatile type of memories lost their data when the power supply is off. For non-volatile memory, the stored data is not lost when power supply is turned off and no refresh operation is required. We can further classify memories according to the access type. ROM is read-only memory. They allow only reading. And RAM, random access memory, today they are called read-write memories. They permit the modification, writing of data bits stored in the memory array as well as their retrieval, reading on demand. So we will start with read-write memory, which is commonly called RAM, mostly due to historical reasons. Unlike sequential access memories such as magnetic types, any cell can be accessed with nearly equal access time. The stored data of RAM is volatile. Based on the operation of the individual data storage cells, RAMs are classified into two main categories: dynamic DRAM and static RAMs, SRAM. The DRAM cell contains a capacitor to store binary information, 1 or 0, and a transistor to access that capacitor. Cell information is degraded mostly due to junction leakage current at the storage node. So, the cell data must be read and rewritten periodically. This procedure is called refreshing. On the other hand, SRAM, static RAMs, contains a latch, so they do not require refresh operation. Therefore, the cell data is kept as long as power is turned on. Due to the advantages of low cost and high density, DRAM is widely used as the main memory in personal and mainframe computers. SRAM is mainly used as cache memory in microprocessors in mainframe computers and as memory in handheld devices due to high speed and low power consumption. Because the SRAM cell suffers from large cell area due to the 6-transistor cell structure, pseudo SRAM, which uses DRAM cells with a SRAM interface and operation, has been widely used in low-end and low-cost mobile devices. ROM means read-only memory, and they allow only retrieval of previously stored data and does not permit modifications on the stored information contents during normal operation. ROMs are non-volatile memories. Depending on the type of data storage method, ROMs are categorized as mask ROM, in which data are written during chip fabrication, and programmable ROM, PROM, in which data are written electrically after the chip is fabricated. Depending on the erasing characteristics of programmable ROMs, we can talk about erasable PROM and electrically erasable PROM. Data in EPROMs and EPROMs can be rewritten, but the number of subsequent rewrite operations is limited. Here you can see a conceptual view of a RAM array organization. The data storage structure is called the core, and it is consists of memory cells. Each cell is capable of storing 1 bit of binary information, so logic high or low. Also, each memory cell shares a common connection with other cells in the same row and another connection with the cells in the same column. In this structure, there are 2 to the m columns and 2 to the n rows. The rows are called word lines and the columns are called bit lines. To access a particular memory cell, we need to activate the corresponding word line and the bit line simultaneously according to the address received by the memory array. Such addresses are sent by a memory controller or a processor. Since the signal voltage levels inside and outside of the memory array are usually different, voltage control conversion circuit is used. For example, for the interface of the transistor logic signal on the memory board and CMOS signal in the memory chip, the voltage level of addresses is converted through the memory chip interface called input address buffers. The row and column selection are done by the column decoder and row decoder. Once a memory cell or a group of memory cells is selected in this manner, a data read or write operation is performed on the selected single or multiple bits in a particular row. The column addresses serves the double duties of selecting the particular columns and routing the corresponding data content in a selected row to target output nodes through the memory chip interface called data out buffers.